Hi guys. Ow. My god, I got the COVID-19 vaccine and my arm has been so freaking sore, guys. If you have got the vaccine, then you probably know what I'm talking about. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Elena, and in this channel you'll be seeing a lot of videos about banking, finance, how to get a job at the bank, different positions I've been doing. I've been working with the bank for a very long time and I've done like several different positions, so I can help you guys with the interview questions and stuff like that. So if you're interested in more videos like that, please make sure you subscribe to my channel right there. All right, so today's video is going to be on the very common question, which is how to get an entry-level position at the bank without a degree or without much education at all. So these tips come from my experience because I started working at the bank head office at a very early age and I didn't even complete my high school yet, and I already had a position at the bank. So the first tip I want to give you guys is co-op or internship. Guys, this is so important and this has helped me so much in getting my career at the bank. So in my high school, there was actually an option of taking co-op for your last year in grade, I think it was grade 11. So my co-op instructor was like, where do you want to do your co-op at? And I told him that I would like to do it at the bank. And he actually gave me a position at the bank in the head office to do co-op. At my high school, it was really nice because we actually got paid like $25 a day for the co-op as well. So it was not that bad because we still got some money. But I know most schools, the co-op is free. You don't get paid for it. But trust me, guys, it is so essential in building that connection and getting that job at the bank. They really liked me, and for most people you can get a job right away off co-op. You can get a full-time job, and that's like you have no experience or you haven't finished your degree, but you can get the job right away just from doing that co-op. Now co-op is also offered in college and university, so if you're in university or college, you should definitely, I highly recommend that you do take that co-op program because it's the easiest way to get a job and to get started. And once you get started in the banking industry, getting another position after the other becomes very easy. They're just looking for some sort of experience on your resume. So even if it's co-op, in my resume, I put co-op at the bank, and I got like tons and tons of interviews for other positions just because I had that in my resume. So tip number 2, which is very, very important if you want to get a job at the bank, is connections. Guys, connections is key in the banking industry. Without connections, you'll have a very hard time to get a job. I've had friends who've applied to the bank several times and they've got rejected because they don't know the way around it, which is to have connections. So by connections, I mean knowing people who work at the bank or finding people who work at the bank and trying to get to know them or tell them that you're looking for an opportunity. I know this sounds hard, but let me teach you guys an easy way. So for me, what I did, I actually didn't get a job off the co-op. When I graduated high school, I didn't get that job at the bank. However, years down the line, I actually made a LinkedIn profile, and I actually searched up the manager's name and I added them on LinkedIn as a connection. And I sent him a quick message. I was like, hey, like, I don't know if you remember me. I did co-op with you in high school, and I've now graduated from college and I'm looking for a position. Can you help me out? And guys, that was the smartest thing to do because he responded to me back with an interview date and he gave me an interview, which I passed. And that's how I started in the banking industry. So you guys, connections is so important. I think what you can do is make a LinkedIn account and you don't need to find somebody that you know. You can literally search like recruiters and people who hire for that position and send them a quick message, and that shows that you're really passionate about the job and you're actually, seeking a job. It makes it easier for the recruiters to select the person who's messaging them themselves. So I highly recommend that you guys make a LinkedIn profile and follow some of the recruiters, build some connections through that, and it'll be a lot easier to get a job. Because if you just go and apply, it'll be a little bit harder because there's thousands of applicants and you won't really stand out, right? But if you directly message the hiring person, then they're obviously going to see you more than all of the other people who are applying on the website. The tip number 3 that I want to give you guys when applying for a job at the bank is to look at the keywords in the job description. So when you're applying on Indeed or wherever you're applying, usually they look for key things. For example, they might be looking for customer service, sales experience, goal-oriented people, stuff like that. So what you need to do is on your resume, you need to put those key terms, because a lot of companies, they actually have this software where they check resumes and it will point out the keywords that they're looking for and only pass the resume onto them if those key terms are matching. So if you put on your resume like really great customer service skills, goal-oriented person, and that's what it says on the job description, then there are higher chances of you actually getting the job over the other people who don't have those key terms. So that's really important. And every job that you apply for will have a different criteria of skills that you need. So it does take some work, but it's worth it to change your resume every single time you apply to a different position. So if you apply for another position, let's say in the medical field, then you want to change your resume and put those key terms for that position. And also cover letter, you can put a cover letter. It looks very professional and it looks like you're very passionate about the job. So those two things, cover letter and making sure those key terms match, are essential in getting those interviews. Another tip I wanted to mention is applying more than once or twice, because I've heard people tell me that they're getting rejected from the banks after they've only applied like a few times. It's really not that easy to just apply and expect to get an interview so easily. So back when I was trying to get into the bank, what I did was I would literally wake up at 8 a.m. and I would apply over 100 times to different banks, and I would apply and apply and apply. And that's how I would get interviews, because if I applied only a few times, then the chances are a lot lower. So don't give up and keep applying. Apply several times, apply to different positions, different banks. There's so many different banks. So that's another thing that you guys should do. Usually banks have like different events where you can build connections, and there's like a bunch of recruiters for different banks and they're looking for people. So make sure you attend those job fairs and those workshops, because those are actually really nice, and you can, even if you don't get a job, you can still build a connection. Like for example, years ago I went to a job fair for a bank. I think it was regarding a mortgage agent position, and there was like a whole presentation on the job position, and they actually taught me a lot in that workshop of how to get a job and what you need in order to qualify for the job. So I actually picked up some really great tips from them. And at the end of the workshop, I actually went up to the lady and I asked for her card, for her business card, and on that business card she had her bank email. So what I did was I actually went home and I sent her a quick email. I appreciated her time to host the workshop, and at the same time I told her like, hey, like I'm really interested in getting a position at the bank, if you can help me out. And guys, she actually responded to me back and we built that connection, and she told me that there's several different positions and all of that. So if I did not go to that workshop and just applied online, then the chances wouldn't have been that high. So always put yourself out there and try to get involved, because like I said, the key thing you want to pick up from this video is connections. Banking is all about connections. Anyway, so that's it for this video, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe if you want more videos. And if you have any more ideas for videos, you can always comment down below. And yeah, thank you for watching. Have a good day, guys.